Morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Hope you had a great weekend and a great week of trading. The crypto or the forex or the indices, it was amazing week. If you go over our last week outlook, almost 80% of our projection played out. If you like how we look at the market or interpret our way of analyzing the market and trading it, please visit our website. The link is underneath in the description. Okay, we have plans for our live session, which we do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Eastern time, 11:30 Eastern time. So GMT, convert that to your GMT, which is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Especially we cover like the London session and New York. We cover our watch list, which is most of the pairs that are forming a setup. Like on Friday we covered UCAD. That was an amazing trade. Finally the market is back to its usual reaction towards news and events in the calendars. So NFP was finally, after 2 years, which is totally disappointing, and the market was not reacting to it. This week was on point, and we saw what we wanted to see for us to trade. We took, because I trade UCAT, so we threw, most of my guys traded their own pairs. We took this one that was covered in our live session. This one was covered on the website for under the pound pairs, when we had the pound on Thursday, when we had the pound news or event, expecting a rejection from this area, and that's what happened. Same thing for GA. It went almost to where we wanted. These are all covered in our live sessions. It's $75. You will have access to all the members area, where we have the recordings and the analysis for the pairs from 4-hour daily and weekly, depends what kind of a trader you are. And we will have a dedicated chat for your questions, and if you want us to check any pair, or you have any pair that you're stuck in a trade or stuff like that, we're more than happy to assist you in your trading. If our first group course ended last week, it was amazing. The guys loved it, and welcome to everyone that took it. Next course, and the registration is already started. Next course is gonna be last week of February. We only take 6 to 8 participants. We already have 4 that are registered, so 4 more spots available for whoever is interested. We cover how the market moves, how we look at the market in different way perspective. You will never see these kind of analysis or our perspective out there taught in the market. As you can see from our live sessions that we do on Sundays, how accurate and spot on our analysis are. We have records more than a year. You can go and check them out. So if you are interested or you want to learn, we have participants that have been trading for 10 and 12 years. And because in this market you are the student of the market, so you have to keep on learning, you have to keep on improving, right? Because adapting to the new way of the market moves. So that's what it is. So you have to keep on learning and keep on getting new ideas, and how the market is reacting to certain economic events, and because us human we evolve, and so does the market. So it's good to keep on learning and adding to your strat. And if you don't have a strat, we cover 3 different setups that you can master and trade. We will teach you the ins and the out of every setup. enough advertising. So hopefully we can see you there. If you want to check us out, we have the $25 a month. You have full access to our live sessions, but not the members area. 7-day free trial. Hopefully we can see you there. Now let's hit our analysis. If you want me to check anything, any pair, any chart, you would like me to give my opinion on it, please type it in the chat or in our community Telegram chat. If you did not join, please join it. Okay, let's start with the crypto. We indicated last week that we're still in an uptrend. This had the potential, I think if we were around here, this had the potential for it to drop and then continue, which it did not make, and we identified it in our live session. So what we're looking still for continuation for the uptrend. Okay, still we're looking for the buy. You shorted, it's your stat, it's your own thing, but the market, the momentum of the market is still to the up, as a bull market. So we look for our buy setups, and there's a potential of a buy setup happening soon, next 24 to 48 hours. Okay, after this drop ends, there's a way to identify when this drop is gonna end, and looking for something like this to the upside. Then we will update in our live sessions what's the next step, but for the time being we're still looking for our up move. ETH, hopefully most of you guys followed our analysis last week, and we indicated that last week we were looking for this buy, and that's exactly what happened. We're looking for our buy from this area. This was the drop, this was the end of a bigger correction on a higher time frame, and we're still looking for our buys. This would, the same thing like BTC, this is we're looking for end of this drop, which is a bigger correction. I explained it last week, we call them running corrections. Okay, and you only learn these in our course. So, and we're still looking for our buy. Any buy setup, please go ahead and take it. Just 1 second. There you go. So still look for your buys after this end. At least something like this to the upside. Okay, potentially hitting the 2K. Then we'll reassess in our weekly sessions, and we'll update the website. If you want me to check anything concerning crypto, please let me know at the end of this session, but basically we cover these pairs. We move on to our indices. We indicated last week we're still looking, the market is still to the upside, you should still be looking for your buy, and this is an end of a correction or a drop, a leg of a correction, and we're still looking for a buy. This has potential, yes, it broke the top, and we're looking up till 4K and even 5K. So on any buy setup, you see, according to your risk management, according to your setup that you know, go ahead, we'll be looking for our own buys. UK 100, this can, from where we are at the time being, can do like this and continue heading up. If that's what it does, this stop will be broken and continuation for the uptrend. If it does something like this, we're looking for, we'll not see this bottom again or this bottom again. As long as we respect this area, we break this stop, that's where we're heading. So if you can, from your analysis, from your buy setups, we're looking for our buy setups, whoever wants to trade it. The XY, there's a potential that this can do something like this and one more top retesting this area. That's one. Or it can be, this is the end, and continuing the down move. We're still in a down move, so potentially you should be looking for your sell setups. That's my own end. I trade UCAD. I've been looking for shorts. I traded all the way the shorts. Every short that was formed, I took it, because that's my intention. That's where the market is going. We don't have that amount of money to decide where the market is gonna go. We let the market tell us the direction. If we are in a downtrend, we look for end of corrections heading this way. These are end of correction. That's an end of correction. There's more into it that we teach in the course, which are different types of corrections that you will not learn in an Elliott wave perspective or any book, or institutional money concept, smart money concept. Different ways that we developed our own way of looking at the market. We teach in our course in the next 2 weeks, and you will have a dedicated chat for you to practice while we hold your hand and letting you know. The only thing that we take only 6 to 8 participants in the course is because we want the people that want to learn how we are looking at the market, for us to really to keep it to the minimum and give the maximum value of that course. Okay, we're not interested in the volume that people are learning, how much people are learning, how many people are participating in our course. We're not interested. We are building a group of like-minded traders that want really to be consistent in this market. Okay, so we will teach you exactly how it's done, when to enter, when to exit with risk management, and if the market is not moving your way to that extreme, moving your way in the next 15-30 minutes, you will exit, because that's not the trade that you want to be in. That accurate your entries would be. Anyways, so hopefully we'll see you there. For the DXY, we're looking for the potential, this heading one more up. We're not interested in this. We're interested to short this or continuation for this move. I'm already in UCAD short. I don't know about the rest, but I'm talking from my own. I'm already short from UCAD into positions. Euro, USD, same thing is the inverse of the DXY. There's a potential this can do this and drop one more time before continuing off the up move, or it can go out from here straight, corrects and continue up. If it does that and there's a potential setup and good risk to reward, we might take this, but we're looking to take this, so we don't want to miss this up move. So we were looking for our buy setups, but if this is confirmed, this setup is confirmed, we'll update it in our live sessions. We might take, because it's good risk to reward. GU, we indicated that's the liquidity up there, and this has a potential to do something like this. So would love to see a rejection around these areas. There's a setup that you can take from here, I think on the 30 minutes time frame, and you can take your buy. That's what we'll be looking for. We'll not be looking to short at the time being. We're still looking for our buys, taking out these liquidities that are up there. UCAD, as I said, we're short. We're still looking for our shorts. The market can do whatever it wants. You have to accept that, as long as you have good risk to reward and you know what you're doing. You know when your setup is invalid or valid, or when to enter and when not every setup that forms you must take, right? So you gotta know which ones you take, which one you don't. We traded this, we traded this, we traded this, we even traded this long, and we are in these shorts. Yes, there's a potential this can do this and head up. Yes, we can see it, but we're still looking for our sell setups. We'll update all of these in our live sessions. NU, same concept, same as AU. I did not reach AU, but we're looking for this bin going to be taken out, potentially heading up. Some people say that as a double top. If they create a double top up here, I will still be looking for my buy setup, especially if they create that double top up there. Okay, if it's just taking out this liquidity, comes back inside this area, we'll update in our live session for our short. But we're still looking for this buy. If you are not already in, okay, if we receive by Monday, Tuesday a retest of this area down here, we will be targeting this liquidity that's up there. It's your setups, you know what's the ins and the out of your own setup. AU, as I said, same as the XY. If this is respected, we might have one more correction to the downside, and then pump to the upside. But for time being, this is a setup that you should have been in before the NFP and trading this uptrend, because we are still in an uptrend. This has a potential to head up, so we'll be looking for our buy setup, unless if this setup confirms in our own way to take one more drop or a correction drop to the downside. But we're looking for these, especially when the indices are heading up. Silver, we said it 2 weeks before this massive pump. We said we're looking for our buy setup, and up there, when we come back in, we should be looking for our sell setup. Now there's a potential that this can do that and continue heading up, so watch this to take it up to the upside. Watch that. Just wait for gold. If you followed us last week, we said look for your sells after this has been taken out. This did not reach up there, it came down here, broke this, and this was your entry to take this short. Now we have a potential this is doing the following, retesting this area, one more drop similar to this, then we head back up. So look for this one more drop, same thing as silver. Look for a fake out, some people would call it a fake out on silver. Copper, if you are the one, somebody's been asking about it, okay, we said wait for this to end or take out this liquidity that's down here and look for your buys. We're still in an uptrend, so you should be looking for your buys. On any correction, take your buy. Oil, hopefully you are in this one. We said watch the 60 area, and that's where we're heading. There's no entry at the time being. Your entry was here, unless if you go to the 15-minute. Anyways, so your entry was here after this liquidity has been taken out, okay, and continuation for the uptrend. So we're still heading up till the 60 area. If you're not in, you're missing a lot. UJ, yes, a lot of traders were looking at this one and to look for the shorts. We indicated in our session nobody short this one. This has a potential to continue doing that and that to the upside. So if you want to trade it to the, if you want to look for a setup, look for a buy setup, okay, similar. Hopefully we'll get something similar to this. I doubt, but we should be looking for our buy setup and taking out. It's gonna be choppy a bit, so just because I don't trade this one, I don't like trading it. So we're still looking, we're still heading up. Do not short. JJ, amazing trade on the news, on the dot, as indicated on our website. End of this correction and pump to the upside, 145. If you took profit, good for you. Now this can do similar. Where is it? Should have marked it earlier. This can do similar to this in this zone, but not lower. Or it can do, as we always say in our whoever is following us, it's called a running correction. It can do that, break, and continue heading up, but it's just a correction. Okay, so this can extend to the upside, okay, and heading back up. We're still looking for buy setups, but it's gonna be a bit choppy, and at the same time it can stay in this area for a while, but we're still looking for the buys if there's a buy setup with good risk to reward. Basically these are the ones that we cover. That I have somebody asked me for Aussie pairs before we started. Let me check that. AJ, we indicated it last week. Look for the end of this correction. This can do that and pump, or it can do that again, take out this liquidity and pump. Either or, we're still in an uptrend, as you can see. So that's why we stick to the main trend, and we're still looking for your buys. There's no potential, there's no setup to buy. If you're not from here, wait for this to do a smaller correction, something like this, and buy it. Okay, that's my own intake. If I want to trade this one, that's what I would do. Okay, but where we are right here, your entry should be from here or from here. So I would not suggest you entering here, because the top has been broken. We need a setup to form to take out the top or the bottom, it depends. So there's no setup as we are talking to buy, but we should be heading up. How far? Hit me up in the chat. Then he asked for Aussie Swiss. Aussie Swiss, that's the top. I'm looking for the break. If you are in a long, that's what I understood from your question. If you are in a long, good for you. Don't be scared if it does something like this. It's gonna continue heading up. Then he asked me for Aussie New Zealand. Aussie New Zealand. You should be looking for your buys also. This is an end of a correction, and on any pullback similar to this, reaching that up. This is an end of a correction. This correction has ended, so we're looking at something like this. Let me clear my thing. Then we're looking at something like this, taking out this high. So there's a nice, beautiful move to the upside. Yeah, so that's what we cover. Thank you for attending. If you want me to check anything, please post it in the chat. If not, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and visit our website. And have a beautiful and safe week. And trade safe, guys.